Check this out. Women with borderline personality disorders tend to be very attractive. They emit a sexual availability. They're in control, always, from the start. If you get your life entangled with one of these people, you're going to find it harmful to your health, to your well-being, harmful to your life in all sorts of ways. What if you could have spotted that from the start by just asking her to take her socks and shoes off and checking out her feet? Bit weird on a first date, but it's going to save you a lot of pain. A fella called John has got in touch with me through the Deleting Dad project, talking to me about borderline personality disorder. And he thought that possibly the alienating parent that he's been involved with, that's destroyed his family, maybe he has these traits. It came at a time where I've been reading a study, a 2014 study, about patients with bipolar disorder having what they call minor physical anomalies of the feet and of the mouth. So what I want to talk about is borderline personality disorder, not bipolar disorder. However, the two are so closely related and co-occurring that there is actually a term that clinical psychologists use, which is borderpolar. Because so many times you see someone who's diagnosed with bipolar then also being diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. So in this 2014 study, they are considering what they call minor physical anomalies of the feet and of the mouth. It's common for borderpolar patients to have minor physical anomalies of the mouth, chiefly one that is called a steepled palate. So on the inside of the mouth, rather than it being a kind of straight up inside the teeth, it is a stepped palate. This guy who's got in touch with me says that his ex, she had quite a few milk teeth. As an adult, she still has quite a few milk teeth. That's not mentioned in the study, so I'm not sure that that is actually a factor. But it's a point in our discussion that he'd raised. The other thing is the minor physical anomalies of the feet. Most commonly, what they say that they see is a bigger distance between the big toe and the second toe. So a wider distance there. This guy did say that his ex does have webbed toes. I don't know. Again, that's not mentioned in the study, but one would assume that that is a minor physical anomaly of the feet. Getting your life entangled with a woman with borderpolar is extremely damaging to your well-being, to your health, and to your family life. What if you could have just spotted it by checking out her feet before you got yourself too far involved and couldn't find your way out? It's just a thought. Something which came about through this guy getting in touch with me. So I'd like to thank John for starting this discussion, and I wish him all the best, that he can sort out the situation that he's in as best that he can. I'm going to end this video now. It's not a long one, but I'd like to end it just like I end all of them. I'd like to, all the YouTube jazz. If you haven't already, please subscribe, please like, please comment. And as always, protect your peace, look after yourself, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.